Clearwater, Florida, found in the heart of Pinellas County. Popular for its tourism, best known for its beautiful beaches, large grand hotels, and fine dining that can be found at any hour of the day. But there is a darker side, a side rarely seen by most, except by those who least expect it. Today we will visit Alfano's restaurant, reportedly known to be haunted. It was established in 1984 by Frank and Linda Alfano. Alfano's restaurant has been family owned and operated for over 35 years. It has a casual and elegant atmosphere where you can admire many antique pieces and artwork placed all over the restaurant. Classic and delicious Italian dishes, and of course, you cannot forget large assortment of fine wines to select from to enjoy with every meal. We have been invited to this establishment by the manager, Nicolette. She has shared with us many different of her paranormal experiences while working at this establishment. Here is a video of what she has caught on her CCTV security footage that was difficult to explain.
Hey guys, I'm Josh.
I'm Steve, and World of Enigmas is here on location in Clearwater, Florida at Alfano's restaurant, which we hear is haunted by a variety of spirits. The place has been open since 1984. It's a family business, and we're going to meet the lady who runs it, the daughter of the original owners, and hear some more about the history of this very fascinating place. You guys are going to like this one.
So let's get inside and get started.
Let's do it. Hi guys, Steve here, and I'm here with Nicolette, and she's going to tell us all about why we're here and a little bit of the history of Alfano. So thank you, first of all, for having us and welcoming us into this amazing location.
It's my pleasure. My family is from a long line of restaurateurs. My grandfather owned restaurants in New York and Myrtle Beach. And when my dad came to Florida, him and my mom met. They were both waiters and waitresses. And they decided they wanted to open their own restaurant. And we were renting in the plaza that was behind us for a while. And this was an empty lot for a really long time. And my dad always wanted to build on the lot. A lot of people had bought the property and had plans to build on it, but nothing ever came to fruition. So my father bought the property from a bank that had bought it but decided to sell, and he designed the building. It was his baby, you know, we watched it built from the ground up, and so everything is a reflection of their tastes here. I've always been curious about the land. I don't really have much history on that in general, but I do know everything in the restaurant has been hand selected by my parents. They go to a lot of antique stores and antique shows and overseas, and they've really put effort into finding things that they feel reflects history and Italian heritage and just pieces that stand out to people. We have a lot of different rooms that are named for things associated with it. Like the Corinthian room behind us has Corinthian period columns. Those were from an old salvage yard from a bank in England that was torn down, but they took pieces and built. So a lot of like even the facets in the wall are from old properties and buildings. So they've really enjoyed collecting the antiques, and it's a passion they've shared together. I've been here, I grew up in the restaurant. The restaurant was built 2 years before I was born, so this has been something where I've always been here. I never experienced anything odd in the old restaurant when I was younger. But here it's been an ongoing thing with just frequently feeling that, like we were discussing with someone watching you, that eerie presence and different, I would like to say maybe playful things like hair pulling and my hair clip got smashed and pulling the pan away from people that are cooking and sliding silverware or making pictures crooked and pulling out chairs, and it feels like the list goes on and on and on. Like one of our older customers who was talking about how the traveling circus used to come to the area and they would set up on this property and they would chain a large live bear to the oak tree out front. Some different things happening on the property where there's an older house that's still near us and people have felt like the same entities were on the whole property. But again, I don't have any history from it, which I've been looking for. I mean, it feels like a lot that's been in this area for years and years would have some kind of trail back to it as to why it's been abandoned or why it was never built on. For things like a bank, I mean, it just seems odd that they would go through all the trouble of checking the soil and marking the parking and then not pursue actually building anything.
That's strange that a bank would select a location to build at and then suddenly decide not to build there. I've never heard of that happening. And there's other businesses and residences in the area and a man-made lake nearby where tragedies have been reported and experiences have been reported too.
Right, and my mom was always very afraid of me having anything to do with that lake because they said when they were building it, they had those machines that dig the dirt and it hit water and the guy was trapped in there and drowned. And from that point on, since it was full of water, they said it was so deep that it just filled up too fast for him to get out. And many children have passed away back there. And it's a no-no. As an adult, I have a complex about it. You're not supposed to go. Mom says.
Well, it sounds like we're in for a busy and active night.
I hope so. I would really like to have something concrete that other people witness and experience with me. You know, I experience it all the time, almost on a daily basis, where it's like another member of my family, almost. And sometimes I wonder if that is the case. But we've had so many really loyal employees and customers that have passed away and said this was like their home, this was the spot that they always loved. I don't know if maybe that is something that latched on to the property. Maybe it's something from the land, maybe it's from all the antiques and furniture and things that have such passion and time spent in them.
Right, and it sounds more like mischievous behavior rather than anything malevolent. No one's getting scratched or objects being thrown at them or anything like that.
No, nothing. It's very playful, and I don't know if it's different sets of entities. Like I said, there was my nephew having the feeling of a child digging his leg, and his girlfriend seeing a man in a suit walking through the lobby, and me seeing someone in the back office that was in a red sweatshirt, which just, like, when you picture paranormal, you don't necessarily think New Age. Yeah. It's always like you picture that old Victorian ghost. You don't picture someone in a hoodie, like a skateboarding look in the office.
That's unusual. So it sounds like we're in for a busy night, and I think maybe your the sales and promotion for the restaurant, maybe you could advertise with something like, come for the ghost, stay for the ambiance and the great food.
I would love that. I don't know if my dad would feel the same.
Yeah, maybe not. But we'll find out. Thank you for having us. And,
it's my pleasure.
We best get started. I'm starting.
All right, so you ready to start, man?
Let's do it.
All right, let's move into this room over here. Careful with the chair.
Now, this is the room where they have recorded orbs, but have not had any personal experiences, according to Nicolette. this room seems to be the exception to the rule of experiences all over the place.
Right. So yeah, she said she saw it on the security camera and on video. It looks like it's growing, right?
Yes, her orb videos are very impressive. They're all picked up by the security camera, and people are there and the orb is moving around them, but they don't see it. It only shows up on the security camera. So I've put a camera over by that cash register area in the corner where her security camera picked up the orb. So hopefully, if an orb shows up, it'll show up on our camera as well as her security camera.
All right. Well, I got bad news, man. We're down one camera.
Okay.
Missing the memory card.
Okay, well, we'll
But
work with what we got.
I got the other two up, and we got these two, and I got my cell.
And I'm running my cell in that corner, so
Okay.
we'll
What we
work
could
with what
do
got.
is we could run the phone in the back too, so we can at least try to grab something.
We'll do what we can.
All right. So, but we already got some grabbing in this area here.
Yeah, I've got my cell phone recording in the corner, but this is the room where the orbs happen. Other than that, Nicolette said nothing really happens in here.
Okay. Do you wanna? Okay, let's work our way this way.
Okay, yeah, this is the corner where the orbs are seen.
In this corner here.
Yeah.
You just want to see if we get anything. Let me see if I can get any readings. See if I can get any readings around here. Got nothing so far. It's still. I got nothing. No readings at all.
Well, we'll see what shows up when we look at the cameras. We could be covered in orbs.
Some chairs moving around. We want to go in here and see if we can get a little EVP session going, see if we can get anything.
Sure, this is the,
Right where I was when my name was called.
Nice.
and that's the part of the lady that likes to move. So you gonna go in there and do an EVP?
So far, nothing. I'll sit in here though, see if anything moves or I hear anything. Hello, my name is Josh. I'm here to see if there's any spirits that want to come out and talk to me. Is there anybody here? What's your name? Can you make a sound so that I know that you're here so I'm not by myself?
This is Steve in the wine room. Is anyone here with me? My name is Steve, and I don't come here to disrespect you or anyone here or the owners or this place. Come here respectfully. I can't see you, so I don't know how old you are or who you might be, but I have a camera in my hand. It records images and it can also record sound. So if you would like to speak to me, you can speak to me clearly, as loud as you can, or you can speak into this device, this camera, and it will record the sound of your voice. I heard that little knock over here. Was that you? Or was it just a wine bottle shifting in place? If someone's here and they made that sound, could you do it again, please? I'm not sure I heard it. Could you make the sound again, please? I'd like to communicate with you. If you can talk, that would be great, but if you can only communicate by moving things or making noises, we can do that too. Let me walk a little bit closer. It sounded like a little knock over here. Is someone in this area? Okay, up on the wall, there is a little air ventilation system, and as you can see, the bottom door of it moves up and down. Maybe it was the sound of that moving, although I don't hear it moving now. Maybe it just started up. So maybe that's what that was. Maybe I'm here alone. I hope not, but I'm okay if I am. Now, I was speaking to Nicolette earlier with my friend Josh. We were here. If you were here, you saw us. Nicolette likes things in their proper place. Look at the silverware. All neat and orderly. Everything perfectly straight on the table. Napkins beautifully folded. Who wouldn't love to enjoy a meal here? But I hear that there's someone here, according to Nicolette, who likes to play jokes and pranks and move the silverware. If you're here, could you do that for me? Maybe move the silverware right in front of me? You wouldn't want to make a liar out of someone as nice as Nicolette, would you? Heard a little bit of sound. It sounded like it came from this wall. But my ears aren't as good as they used to be. Maybe I imagined it. If you made that sound, could you make it again? No? Well, maybe I imagined it then. Or maybe you're just playing with me, which is okay too. I have a good sense of humor. But I would like some proof that I'm not here just talking to myself like a crazy person. So if you could make a sound or say your name, move the silverware or the napkin or a chair. Move a chair. Anything you'd like to do that would let me know that you're here. What a beautiful room. What a beautiful restaurant.
Are you afraid? Is that why you don't want to come out? Do you want us to leave? If you want us to leave, say something, do something so that we know. Is there anyone here? Is that you? If that's you, do it again. I just heard a weird tapping sound behind me. Can you tap for me again? Hey, Steve. You want to switch out?
Sure. If you heard anything back there a minute ago, it was me shutting the door.
Okay. No, yeah, I heard the door, but I also heard a tap, like right here.
I did not tap that wall.
No, I know.
I ran the meter over it, but it
But it didn't sound like a wall moving. It sounded like a,
in here.
yeah, it sounded like something
Okay.
tapped on that,
Okay.
but it didn't do it again when I asked. So
You want to switch people in the same place, or do you
yeah,
want to go
we
different?
can switch right here,
Okay.
and then I'm just holding this here to see if there is any movement here as well.
Okay.
So
Well, I'll try it with the meter. How's that?
all right, that works.
I've run those rooms with the meter, trying to get some interaction and response. I heard nothing. Nothing came on the meter. So,
All right.
our new friend Nicolette invited me here, so I'm a guest. And from what I hear, you're a resident, more or less, here. And as such, I feel you're, not to put too fine a point on it, a little obligated to be friendly to me, or at least hospitable to a guest. I'm a good guest. I won't break anything. I won't steal anything. I won't tell any off-color jokes, unless you really ask me to. But I do want to interact with you. Now, my ears don't work as well as they used to. So if you want to speak to me, you have to speak up loud and clear. As I said, my name is Steve. What's your name? I didn't hear anything. You know what? If you can't speak louder than that, you can actually speak into this device right here, loud as you can, and even if these old ears can't hear you, it will. And then when I listen to that later, it'll tell me what your name is, or whatever your message is. Do you have a message, something you want to say to me? Keep it nice.
Alright guys, I was told there's some activity in here, so let's take a look and see what we can find. There, you'll probably hear a little bit of something behind me, but that's just Steve trying to do a little EVP. Let's see if we can get away from him a little bit. Is there anyone in here? If there's anyone in here, can you move something? Can you let me know you're in here with me?
Let me get this working. If you tap this red button ever so slightly, lights up. Kind of cool. Okay, so we got this EMF meter here and the flashlight. So you can tap that if you want to, see it doesn't take much. Or you can approach this, make it light up. Either way, that'll let me know you're here. Okay? So, again, my name is Steve. Is there anybody in here with me?
Just the feeling in here is fantastic. I mean, look at this stuff. It's amazing. Look at that. That is just awesome.
You can do that. You can communicate that way. Is there anyone in here with me?
There is another room on the other side. Let's go and check out this other room. Do you have the radio on? The radio's not on? You don't hear the radio?
What's your name? Can you move anything on this table? My friend Nicolette likes things in order. Forks, plates, what have you. But someone here likes to move things, napkins and plates and forks and whatnot. If that's you, could you do that for me? You don't have to move these right in front of me if you don't want to get close to me. I can see those forks over there. Could you move one of those? That would be really, I would be impressed. You want to impress an old guy who's seen and done a lot. Hard to impress. You could impress me. I've never seen anyone move a fork that I couldn't see. So, go ahead and do that if you would, please. Don't see a thing. Gonna have to try harder. I hear you can do it. If you don't, you know who can.
This is that mirror. They say it's got some kind of history to it, some unknown history. It's beautiful. Now, it's possible that a lot of these pieces that they may have collected could have something attached to them according to the experiences that they've had, but it is unsure. But look at these, they're amazing. Is there anybody in here? If someone's in here, can you make yourself known? Can you move something? Can you tap something? Can you say something? Can you show yourself? Can you turn on a light? Right now, everything seems to be quiet and still. This is the other side of that wall.
Yeah, looks like I'm just in here alone. That's a shame. Not scared of an old man, surely. I'm not impressed, I'm just disappointed. Because I know Nicolette's not a liar. So you refusing to communicate with me doesn't reflect badly on her. Underwhelming. I'll save my battery.
Hopefully this turns up. Good. We're gonna get it back tomorrow. This turns up. Good. We're gonna get it back tomorrow. Hopefully this turns up. Good. We're gonna get it back tomorrow. Hopefully this turns up. Good. We're gonna get it back tomorrow.
When it comes to orbs, I kind of consider myself a skeptic, as a lot of the time it can be explained away as light reflected off of dust, bugs that get in front of the camera and move around, and the camera is unable to focus on them, so it looks like little balls of light moving around, objects that obstruct the screen of the camera, so it looks like something that's weird or unexplained, but it's actually not, and it's very explainable. But then there are times that you can come across something that just cannot be explained. And when I reviewed some of this footage on what I had captured in the bar and in the hallway, you can see where it's just like a ball of light that doesn't move with my camera, or doesn't have a light source where it's reflecting off a mirror or something like that. It was really strange. It was an isolated ball of light sitting in the middle of space. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe someone out there does. We'll find out.
Hopefully this turns up. Good. We're gonna get it back tomorrow. You did turn it up? I did a cushion. Yeah, all right. Well, whoever's still parked in, guys. Yeah. Jesse, just because you did no covers in there, by the way, the cushion's up. Oh, excuse me.
No, you're fine. I wish those rooms were still lit up. I wanted to get in there.
So, wrapped in the story, I somehow didn't notice this. That's completely out of character for me. Not to notice that. Get out of your shot.
Oh, you're fine. Oh, yeah.
I was just telling Josh, we could do like an hour-long YouTube show on just cool stuff to look at. Here's the ghost thing. I just never in this building, and is that supposed to be tilted?
No.
Was it tilted before? Because I don't remember thinking it was tilted. It wasn't?
It doesn't.
Wow.
Because like I said, I am a creature of like, I'll go by and do this,
Yeah.
and like I'll look at it and it'll go like that. Like watching it, like messing with me.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have as much as we can, but the stationary cameras filming, like we'll be in one place, we'll be in another, so when it happens there while we're gone, we'll hopefully catch it.
This is my good side.
You might as well talk to us. The sooner you talk to us, the sooner we leave. Otherwise, you're stuck with us all night. Believe me, you don't want that.
Do you want us to leave?
Well, yeah, I mean, we are guests here. You kind of live here. So if you want us to leave, you could tell us to leave. You could, like, say, leave really loud. You could, like, say, leave really loud. You could, like, say, leave really loud. You could, like, say, leave really loud.
What time do you got?
I don't. My cell phone is in the other room.
Should probably get wrapping soon.
Probably. Okay, well, clearly you're still fun unless you want to.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight at Alfonso's restaurant. We're gonna wrap up and get heading home we have a lot of review, and I want to thank everyone for joining us. I hope to see you again on the next episode of World of Enigmas. Have a good night.